Hi, this is Dean with Dean's Cards. Several of you have asked for an update on the 1952 Topps collection that we got in, and we decided to go ahead and have these things graded. I got them here in front of me. All these cards that you see are 1952 Topps, and I thought you'd like to take a look at them and hear a little bit about our experience of getting these things graded. We've probably had more interest in this set than we have any set that we've blogged about or videoed about. And it is a really neat set. Particularly, we have two Willie Mays cards that we sent away. One came back a 5, which is, fairly nice. I'm actually surprised this one came back so low. But then this one came back a 7.5. So our player of the week this week is Willie Mays. So if you, we kind of feature these two cards up there and let you take a look at them. They're pretty cool. But this set was just really nice. It came back, very happy with the way the grades came back for a change. And, I've sent cards off to PSA before and have been very disgruntled about it. But this I really can't complain about. In fact, when we got the first batch back, it went so well that they graded these cards a lot higher than we were grading them ourselves. Here's Gil Googled, it's PSA 7, very nice card. But this thing is sprinkled. I don't think I've ever had so many PSA 8s come back, so it's really nice. This is one of the success stories we had. Interesting enough, it went pretty well. We sent them back, second batch in of, I don't know, 103 cards, and it took they sent them to us, and it actually took 2 weeks to get here. So I was pretty concerned about this. They were sent registered mail, and I guess all's well that ends well, but we were very concerned. There's Gil Hodges and Warren Spahn. Boy, he was a heck of a pitcher from what I hear. I never got to see him play, but he was with Patton in Europe during World War II. If you've never seen this set up close and personal, it's quite the set, and it's famous for the 6 series of cards. We had the Mantle card that came with this that we blogged about quite a bit. That card's gone and sold, but they had double prints of Mickey Mantle, Jackie Robinson. That's a beautiful card, and believe it or not, Bobby Thompson. Bobby Thompson hit the shot around the world, heard around the world in '51, so he was pretty famous at that time. Followed right behind by Roy Campanella and Giants manager Leo Durocher. So they put a lot of emphasis on the players from New York City here. If you're a collector and you're thinking about getting your cards graded, I just caution you to do that. We've been doing this for years now, and it's a pretty tricky process. You can pay a lot of money. I mean, we paid thousands of dollars to have this done, and this one particularly worked out well for us. But I've heard some real horror stories. People sending these cards off and thinking they, just really have the real nice cards. Whoops. And coming back in 4s and 3s and being extremely unhappy. But we kind of knew what we were doing here, and especially on 52s, PSA seems to be a little bit more generous. What we're looking at here is all the high numbers, and you can see this thing's sprinkled with a lot of 7s. I think we had over, out of the 177 cards we've had graded out of this set, the set had a lot more than that, but out of the 177, I think almost 70 of them came back 7 or better. Here's a Hoyt Wilhelm rookie card. That's pretty incredible. 29-year-old knuckleballing rookie. Went on to the Hall of Fame. Hal Rice. Bill Dickey. It's not really a player card, it's a coach card. But that's just kind of a look at this set. I want to give you one more peek about it. These things are going fast. We've sold quite a few of them. Actually, what you're seeing right here is nowhere near Well, it's near. I take that back, but it's not the complete set. There's another PSA 8. Quite a few of them in here, more than a dozen or so. These are the low numbers. But for some reason, PSA is kind of hard to get a handle on sometimes. Some particular years, they're extraordinarily tough. We were actually going to make more money by having these graded. That's why we made the huge investment. But, you know, please don't take that for granted. Again, that's pretty tricky business. If you ever have any questions about that, whether you should get a collection graded or not, I have an article on my website you're welcome to look at, or you can, contact me personally. Well, that's it for the 1952 Topps. Hope you learned a little bit about it, found it informative, learned a little bit about getting cards professionally graded. Again, before doing this, just be careful. It's a huge investment, and just kind of got to get some feel for what you're doing. One of the questions we often get on this is people selling their collections. How do you get collections like this? We buy 500 to 1,000 collections a year at Dean's Cards. 99% of them are sent to us through the mail, just like this one was. This particular collection is worth quite a bit of money, and we're just honored that people trust us with these collections, and I think this one worked out real well for everybody involved. But we've been doing this for years. We have lots of testimonials up on our website. If you ever get to the point where you're looking to sell a collection, we'd love to talk to you. Thanks again for your time. Have a great day. Take care.